Hello everybody, my name is Ryunn Eldred and welcome to the Master Collection version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Now, I know what y'all are going to be saying.
Ryunn, didn't you already do Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater a long time ago?
Yes, I did the HD collection back when I was doing Metal Gear Solid The Complete Saga as a playlist here on my channel about a year to 2 years ago. We made it through Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Metal Gear Portable Ops, Ground Zeroes, and we stopped at the Phantom Pain when they announced the fact that we are going to be having the Master Collection come out, which would be a essential remaster of the entire Metal Gear series. Because originally I was just going to do it off of the PlayStation 3 Legacy Collection, which is how I was planning to originally do the series from there, once I got through all the games that were on the Xbox One that were accessible there. But with the announcement of Metal Gear Solid's Master Collection and then Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which is going to be a remake, different than a remaster, I decided that I was going to once again jump into the fires of Metal Gear and explore Snake Eater in the remaster version, which this is its definitive remaster, and then jump in again later on in the year for the remake to kind of do a side-by-side comparison, have everything fresh in my mind. So yeah, we're gonna be jumping into the game. I really hope you guys will enjoy this, as this is one of my favorite game series. I very much love Hideo Kojima games, and this was one of the first Kojima games that I played. So, holds a very special place in my heart, and I'm excited. Plus the soundtrack for this game. I mean, come on. Nothing gives more 007 vibes than this right here.
What a thrill.
Also, you see the little snake pattern? I can control the parachutes when it says Snake Eater.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for
Oh, do I have it in Japanese? The credits?
my time. There'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake Someday you go through the rain.
There's just so much on screen right now.
You'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal that trial.
Okay, we're not here for the entire intro. Even though it's cool that you can still mess with everything. Like, you can slow down their CQC, speed it up, and change that. Zoom it in. I believe there's also a way to change the color. Yeah, there you go. Change the background colors. I'm having way too much fun with all this here. All the little Easter eggs. We'll be going into new game. I like Metal Gear Solid 3. We're gonna see, a huge part of me wants to challenge myself and play it on extreme. Screw it.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Get ready for extremely long cutscenes. Just a forewarning. Cutscenes are massively long. David Hayter. United States Air Force. I believe the FX stands for the Fox unit. There's the Kojima logo.
Flying over Pakistan. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Just so bothered by putting out my cigar.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
I like how the helmet says Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater on it.
Sunrise. External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
For the poor little fingers that are sitting outside of the
This is
gloves.
one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Turns around and flips off the guy who told him to like put out the cigar and does a backflip out. That was cool. Don't care what anybody says, that was cool.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well,
Me smoking them cigars again.
about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Sokolov. He's
It's a
head of the
mouthful.
OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
Good job!
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no
the photo
condition
now
to say
blocks
anything
it out
coherent.
mostly, but if it clears up again,
And it was only a week later that
really
we
hard,
had
you
something
can
much
see it.
bigger on our hands.
It's like
The Cuban
imprinted in the
crisis.
film reel.
October the 16th, 1962,
Cuban
President
Missile
Kennedy
Crisis.
received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba.
Bah.
The President demanded that the
What are
Soviets
the numbers,
dismantle and
Mason?
remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital and handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side.
Well, you failed
Then a
him.
month ago, we received
0.
some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
All right. Dun, 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 Again, those exposed
Listen up,
fingers.
Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
Nice.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in
As
time
long
for
as it
dinner.
goes well.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
That hurts so bad. Not even a slide landing. That was just like an immediate abrupt stop. That would have hurt. Also, for a mission where we're not even supposed to be here, we are sure leaving a lot of evidence of us being here. Like, I don't know, the parachute and just everything else.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll
We
be
can
using
move Snake
code
in the
names to refer
background.
to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, Stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Yay! Okay, give me one moment. I'll be right back. I have a cat scratching at my door to get in. Secret. Like a boss, finish game on any difficulty. Hold up an enemy, use a knife to remove a bullet. Achieve camouflage index 100. Poison. Hey! Alright, we're gonna just go up that way. We'll stand up here under this tree, climb it. I don't know if I'm gonna regret having the game on such a hard difficulty or not. There we go.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission.
Absolutely,
After you've been out
it
in the
is.
field for
Same
a
thing
while,
with
your
stealth.
stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence.
Even though we
No
left the
weapons,
parachute and a
equipment,
bunch of Halo
footprints,
jumping
sweat, or
gear.
bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there, This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
That's
Correct.
what a solo mission
The mission
means.
rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency,
She also gives you
140.96.
movie
So
trivia.
saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor.
Well,
Actually, it was the
obviously,
boss
I'd
that
have
got
to
the
remember
DCI's
her.
authorization in the first place.
She was my
She's
mentor.
going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really?
Okay.
Well, I
How
don't know
does
anything
one
about
tell
you.
how much somebody weighs
What's
by the
that
sound of
supposed to
their
mean?
voice? Because
Why'd you
do I
disappear on
sound
me all of a sudden?
fat, y'all?
I was on a top secret mission.
Do I?
You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that.
You
A
could sure
soldier
try.
needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal
That's
feelings about
fair.
your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret
Damn.
mission. A soldier
Snake
has
over
to
here
follow
sounding like he
whatever
has some
orders he's given.
severe
It's not his place to question why. But
abandonment
you're looking
issues.
for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the
Is
end,
it bothering
you
you?
have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
This has been 33 minutes of
CQC.
straight cutscene.
Close quarters
and,
combat, huh?
Like,
I've been in the Green Berets for the past few
exposition.
years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
So one thing I've done
Your
in every
mission is to
playthrough of this
retrieve
game
Dr.
is
Sokolov.
I've never sat
Dr.
there and
Sokolov is
bothered
being
to
held in an
call
abandoned
her.
factory located to the north of your current position.
I've always just kind of
Avoid heavy
mushed
combat
my
and
way
don't
through
let
the game.
anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth
So
mission.
now that I'm playing on a harder difficulty, I want to check a few things out.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Nice! Guess what, guys? We're finally starting. Now, you may be wondering why I'm heading back to the cliff. It's because I want to throw the parachute and everything off the edge so I don't get caught, you know? Because I'm trying to be smart. Now, I want to go up here. There it is. So these are still in the game. So, good to know that they don't make a sound. Alright. That's how you aim there, alright. we got here? Look at the giant snake there. Well, that's off to a great start. Alright, so, trying to remember where they are, because there is pretty much those frogs in every area. I want to see some backpack. Don't have any grenades or something. Unknown. And then we have the camouflage face. Oh. Alright, let's just keep going. I don't want to stay in this area too long and push my luck. here. It should be over here somewhere. There it is. I was like, these things blend in so well sometimes. Alright, let's keep going.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Alright.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
You don't say.
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Okay. Alright, let's go here. So let's save
Saving the
here.
game, Snake?
Do-do-do-do-do-do. So we're gonna go ahead and save over that because I want to be file save number 1. You can see the last time I tried to record this.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
What?
No,
Godzilla?
what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake,
Whoa.
it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well,
I
if you
believe
wait
it's
40 years, you might
streaming
be
on
able to see it in
HBO.
America, too.
Why's that?
2004
Or
will be Godzilla's
Max.
50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That
That's
they
the
do.
spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
So we are going to just kind of experiment real quick.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're...
Alright, so yeah, she does give me just a camouflage index update. Ace. Alright, so I got the best face paint as I can have on. Keep it going. It's in our backpack. Weapon. Fog repellent keeps away hornets and leeches. Huh. There he goes. Careful aim. Alright, so we got that one. Okay, just keep being stealthy. Thermal dogs. I do want to save here because the whole point of this is to not be
Do
seen.
you want to save?
I do. I will save like a mother hubber to make sure I complete this fortuitous mission without being spotted a single time.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
I do know this one as well.
Never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Oh, Snake.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
There's crocodiles, there's
And don't be
leeches,
attacking any pretty girls
piranhas.
going for a swim, either.
Are you
No
calling me a
promises.
fish man?
You started it.
I like the banter between Paramedic and Snake.
What was that?
Backpack. There's like a 10%
Nothing here.
chance. we're gonna just keep going. That's how we do. I like the little mischievous smile Jack gets when he has a plan coming together. Good job, me. Not get caught up on the tree here. Alright. Now, beforehand, I want to look here at food. We are going to eat the python. How does that make us feel? Great stamina recovery. Right. Just be careful, and there we go, an assault rifle. So now we just gotta wait if we'll be able to hear them come back with the microphone. See it? There we go. So while they're on their way back, I want to look at this and see if we can get a hold of the
Visibility
boss.
is poor in the jungle, so you'll be finding yourself in a lot of unexpected encounters. Naturally, this means that close quarters combat
Combo attack, the strike your opponents just want us to see. Not going to come out in a single blow. Your knife to the throat, grab an enemy from behind and hold your knife against his throat. So things you can do, press Y and you can slit his throat. Round plus the rifle will choke the enemy. You can use this to knock them out or even kill them if you do it long enough. Enemy, place a kid, aim your weapon at another enemy. Attack you. Or use anything against the attack. Good to know. So they should be walking up any second now. Come on. Be any second now. the Rosvet.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight.
Pretty toy.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
All right. Go ahead and give ourselves a good save here.
You want to save?
I do. Just for old time's sake, you know, just one last save. Alright.
Snake, have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Yeah, in the last
you told
save
me
we
already.
already did.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start
Right.
replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago.
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the
It's-
characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll
It's
happen.
really
Make sure you
crazy
stay
to
alive
think
to see
that
it, Snake.
concepts like this was so out of question back then. I was like, that could get me killed at any given moment. Better stop. All right. I'm blending in perfectly. You see nothing. You don't see me here. I was like, you don't climb ladders, do you?
There's nobody here.
Huh? What's that sound? There's nothing here.
Just want you to go away. I just want you to go far enough away to where I could drop down and not have to worry about making a sound. You would start walking back over this way, meanie. Yep, and I see your foot right there by the door. Come on, man. Move your foot. Move your foot. Come on. Start your walk back. I'm so close. Come on. Booyah, we did it. Did not get caught a single time, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you call a real stealth mission right there. Hi, Sokolov.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
Okay, there we go. I was
What
gonna say,
is
do you
it?
have the message?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
He
What does it
did.
mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Yay! Governmental espionage.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
Okay, but we still have all the
By
armed
the
guards
way,
outside.
Your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
All right.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Get behind me, dummy. I'm gonna message David and tell him give me a minute. I like how Sokolov is just standing, like, right open. Not even tactically trying to follow me. Well, looks like we got ourselves a standoff here, boys.
So this is the legendary boss, huh? Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a crew soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Love the little flourish there, Ocelot.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
That is awesome.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Nope. I mean, I'm a boss-ass bitch, but I'm not the boss.
GRU operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Hey, it looks like you jammed up on me there, buddy.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
good old CQC right here. I don't think I shot that into him. Did I? Did I shoot him with the hush puppy? Did you just try to hit me with the gun?
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Listen, buddy, I was giving you some friendly advice.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep, night-night, Ocelot. You're good, buddy. They kick him in the head a few times. Really concuss the bastard.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Okay, so I am going to do a save here. Only because...
Hold on a sec.
There is something I do want to do here that is going to cause me to fail the mission. So I want to point...
Hey Snake,
where I can
have you ever seen Forbidden Planet?
Jump back to.
No, can't say
I haven't seen this one.
It's about this expedition that goes to the planet Altair 4 in an ultra-fast spaceship. When they arrive, they meet the survivor of the last expedition, Dr. Morbius. Dr. Morbius was exploring the planet along with his daughter Altera and the versatile Robbie the robot. Ignoring the doctor's warnings, the expedition team is suddenly attacked by an invisible creature called the Monster from the Id. The special effects they used for the science stuff were really neat. I wish I had a robot like Robbie that could make anything I wanted it to.
I'm more interested in that invisible monster. If I were invisible, I wouldn't have to bother hiding or wearing camouflage.
Maybe someday you'll be able to turn invisible.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Alright. So just real quick, I want to, see, yep, okay, here we go, M37. Let's go ahead and go here. We're gonna equip that to us. Now, what I'm gonna do here is strictly for an achievement. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Doing this strictly for the achievement.
Snake, you can't do that. The future will change. You'll create a time paradox.
Created a time paradox, baby. Alright. And it looks like I may have did that the last time I was trying to record this game, so it looks like we didn't even get the achievement I was hoping for. But oh well. We're We're gonna quickly snag everything I couldn't snag beforehand. What do we got here? Okay, those are bullets. Whoop. Alright, and that was for sure the last of the keratin frogs that are in this area. Alright, cool. We should be good. I should have everything in this area now. Ooh, wait. One thing I should definitely grab. Come on, I know. I'm gonna drag you around because I know you drop stuff. Mouse trap. Let's keep carrying him. Okay, let's just keep carrying them out. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go backpack, go here. We need the... Nope, not semi-equipped. We need the mouse trap. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right over here. We're gonna leave that there. And you know what? We're gonna take our friend with us. Let's go, Ocelot. You're coming with us. We're gonna extract you as well. Alright, buddy. Friends stay together. could drag him off. Will it let me drag him? Oh, I drop him right at the end.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer.
Well, they're gone now.
Coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask.
Look.
The Shaglahad.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
As we hit the age of nuclear.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh, you're okay, Sokolov. Just don't walk so close to the edge. You might, like, fall off. The boss.
Boss?
Not even fazed by the bridge swaying.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
I like how they're the Cobra unit, but that guy right there controls Hornets. The other guy acts like a spider. They're very not snake-like people. I mean, his face looks like it's scaly like a snake. Look at that.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
She's like, what was that?
Kuwabara.
You know, if it's raining, even if it's raining blood, shouldn't that, like, hurt him to use his electricity in the rain?
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
I know I can. What were you gonna do with the hush puppy anyway, Snake? Knock her out and then deal with Vogan? She just broke my nose and my arm.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Don't fall for it, Jack. You already have a broken arm. And now a broken rib. One hell of a fall. Ooh, and a backsplash at that. That had to take the breath right out of him.
The new blood has been rejected.
It's also really weird to see Boss without the bandana.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move?
Barely.
You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
Not really. I mean, we're in a jungle.
Stay with me. I've seen
with
people in worse
broken
shape
bones,
before.
probably a
Think you can handle
punctured
it?
lung.
Major. The boss. She's defected.
She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment.
I only fractured my elbow. She didn't break my arm.
Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body.
I guess a fracture is considered a break.
Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it.
All right, thank you.
For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
All right. I will. Do you see the dead body right over there? Alright, cure. Alright, broken bone. Let's go here. No, we don't need any serum. We need this. We need, a splint. Bandages. Yeah, a cut. What do we got here? We need, for treating cuts and gunshot wounds, shooting cuts and gunshot wounds. Septic. Disinfectant. Suture kit. Bandage. What was this? Another cut? You ready? Ready? We got septic, disinfectant, suture kit, bandage. What is that? Another cut? Oh, what do we got? We got septic, disinfectant, suture, bandage, broken bone. What do we got here? We got a splint and bandage. And then another cut. What is that? Septic, disinfectant, suture kit, bandage. Time to snap that elbow back in place. No, you're good, Snake. That's one long bandana.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Hi, buddy. Look at him teleporting that Shagohod. I'm really hoping that with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater that they release Volume 2 of the Master Collection. Aw, look at the boss reaching out towards us. We have that little, like, connection. There, she was reaching out for the Sorrow's dead body, because that dead body that was sitting there like, help, was the Sorrow, which was the ghostly apparition that appeared behind the boss. So excited for his little nude.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
But isn't the Alamo an American thing? Well, I guess if it is the Americans nuking the base, but still. Also, there was no, like, targeting mechanism whatsoever for that. And snakes this close to a nuclear blast. Unless that wasn't like a mini nuke, I guess. Still a massive explosion. Like, we would have massive, like, burns. I feel being that close. No, that had to be a nuke. Look at the mushroom cloud. Yes, I wish to save. We're gonna save over that. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, part of the Metal Gear Master Collection. If you guys have missed anything in the... if you guys are interested in catching the original, my very first ever playthrough of this game, you can find it linked in the in-screen annotation. I will link the original Metal Gear Complete Saga playlist in the in-screen annotations. It'll take you through Metal Gear Snake Eater, Peace Walker, and Ground Zero. I look forward to doing more with you guys. The other in-screen annotations will link more Kojima games. Hit the bell icon to be notified when videos come out, and I will be rapidly putting these out as Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out. Toodaloo, everybody.